So, okay, this is from Vic. Child Pounks, let's call it that. All manga fans must read this. Oh, what are my doubts? Eno Sumi, After God, was putting her series on hold and calling out editors at Manga 1, Shogakukan, right, who covered up the crime of Kazuki Kurita, who sexually groomed and pounced a 1+5-year-old girl and multiple other multiple other school kids? Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Who the fuck is this guy? Oh boy, here we go. These are some crazy allegations. And with extraordinary claim comes what? Or with extraordinary claims needs extraordinary evidence. Wait, where am I looking right now? Okay, hold on. I guess there's more, right? Yeah, there's more to this. Oh wait, what the fuck? Whoa. That's it, actually. Okay, so these, okay, let me just read this. Let me not deviate now. Christ. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure. Is verified? Okay, let's read this then. A summary and opinion of the heinous crimes, including sexual abuse and the assault of M's over a period of 3 years. I don't know which words to blurt out to make it YouTube safe. So fuck it. Let's just do this. A summary and opinion of the heinous crimes, including sexual abuse and assault of minors over a period of 3 years, committed by former Manga 1 artist Shoichi Yamamoto, real name Kazuaki, right? Yeah, Kazuaki Kurita, and the editors Takuya Narita and Hiroki Wada, who concealed his arrest and allowed Kurita to continue working as a manga artist. Interesting. And fucking terrifying. Hold on. The cover up. Was he in the files? Let's find out. On the afternoon of February 25th, 2026, I informed chief editor Hoshino through my editor, Mr. Toyota, that if the people who try to cover up Mr. Kurita's crimes continue to be involved with Manga 1, it'll be impossible to continue the series. Sapporo District Court orders former art instructor to pay 11 million yen in damages. 11 million yen is like, is that like $9,000, something like that? Wait, no. Probably $100,000. Fuck, okay, I forget. Sapporo District Court orders former 7K. Okay, 7K. Oh, yeah. Whatever. Sapporo District Court orders former art instructor to pay 11 million yen in damages for forcing a female student, 30 years his junior, to engage in sexual acts for 3 years. Fuck, man. Fuck, dude. The crime was forcing the victim to put feet. Why do y'all niggas gotta use doodoo, bro? What the fuck, man? I mean, no, nigga. No. Okay, all right. That's some Jeffrey Epstein. This is some Jeffrey Epstein. Yes, Brad. This is some Jeffrey Epstein type shit. Okay. The crime was forcing the victim to put feces in their mouth or smearing feces on their face, making the victim assume poses to emphasize their genitals, and photography and photographing them in hotels, stripping the victim naked outdoors and taking photographs of them doing things like lifting up their skirt, having sexual intercourse with the victim outdoors. Okay, I don't know twice there. Outdoors. Writing words like teachers, slave, and pet on the victim's body with a marker. That's interesting. I don't know why it's whatever. Forcing the victim to go with the sex toys. Forcing the victim to go out. There you go. I had to read that. Forcing the victim to go out with sex toys attached to their body. Okay. Injecting glycerin into the victim's anus using a hose, causing them pain and severe abdominal pain. What the fuck? Wait. Whoa. Run that back? Excuse me? What the fuck is that supposed to do? Like, is that supposed to clear it out or something? Like what you do for, what do you call it? An enema? Anemia? One of those words? Injecting glycerin into the victim's anus using a hose, causing them pain and severe abdominal pain. Yeah, for anal? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. March 2019, victim graduates from high. March 19th, victim graduates from high school. The victim moved out of. No, it's not Hokkaido. Is it Hokkaido? No, Hokkaido, but with two Ks. But Kiruta continued to demand that she send him obscene images, which continued until July of the same year. The victim developed severe PTSD and dissociative identity disorder. Severe PTSD and dissociative identity disorder, DDD, are potentially life-threatening disorders regardless of their environment or situation. True. Mind you, according to what they're saying here, Manga 1 knew this guy did what he did, and they covered it up. Wait, is there more to this or no? Oh. I'm guessing this is saying this is 18 plus. Let me give me a second. Let me see here. Do we want to continue reading this or not? This is the question. Okay, give me a second. No, I mean, I have this link. It's just that I need to try and find where I left off from, and then there's a lot. Let me see here. Well, yeah. No. I have that link already. Thank you. I appreciate that. I have that link. I'm trying to find, like, there seems to be more of the details that are just omitted from the thing the guy had linked. So I'm trying to get to those. Just give me a second real quick. Oh, wait, no. Okay, this is the time of the trial. February 2020, Kirita was arrested and given summary order to pay a fine of 300,000 yen for violating the Child Pornography Prohibition Act. Okay. Yeah, so time of the trial. In February 2020, Kurita was arrested and given a summary order to pay a fine of 3,000 yen for violating the Child Pornographic Prohibition Act. In criminal trials, the presence or absence of physical evidence supporting the crime determines the outcome. Even if the defendant's admitted crime of time has passed, it becomes difficult to prove the crimes, such as sexual crimes, assault, and battery, making it difficult to obtain a guilty verdict. Because Kurita had in his possession photography of the victims taken during the crime, he was found guilty only by violating he was only found guilty of the prohibition of child prostitution and child pornography. Though I say only because it's very clear that you can see how he was found guilty of that, but it's only a fine of 300,000 yen. And 300,000 yen, I think it's like 3,000, no, probably like less than, it's probably like 2,000 or like 1,500 bucks. So it's not a lot. In money in the grand scheme of things. Like if you get called that in America, like that's it. You're fucking cooked. But in Japan, it's just a fine. In reality, the term child pornography does not exist. The correct expression would be photographic evidence of crimes against minors. Oh, I guess in legal sense, fair enough, fine. Yeah, fair enough. I guess legally that's how it'd be. March 2020, Operation Fallen. What the fuck is this? Operation Fallen Angel, which has been suspended due to criminal charges, and the arrest of Kurita resumes operations. Victims demand that Mr. Kurita cancel the operation. In May 2021, Narita, the editor in charge, stepped in to mediate. Kurita and Narita offered the victim 1.5 million yen to withdraw their request for cancellation and to refrain from disclosing the matter. July 2022, the victim files a civil lawsuit against Mr. Kurita. October 2022, Operation Fall Angel will end publication on 1 month. That's the series, Operation Fallen Angel. Oh, that's the. Oh, okay. That's the mangaka's original manga. Yeah. Okay. That's the one. Operation Fallen Angel. Okay. Yeah, bribery from an editor to the victim. Yeah. That guy. Yeah. I mean, they start there. Kurita and Narita offered the victim 1.5 million yen to withdraw the request. So they say it right there. They tried to bribe the victim, like, yo, shut your fucking mouth. We'll give you some money. All right, take the money. December 2022, Ordinary Man Mask begins serialization. That's another series. Narita allows Kurita to become one of the original authors for Original Man Mask. That's for another series. Under the name, under an alias, Ichiryochi. Yeah, Ichiryoichi. That's the one. Yeah, I think it's Ichiryoichi. That's what I said. This is thought to hide from the victims that Ichiryoichi is actually Yamata Shoichi. February 2026. So think of like, the alias that Diddy used was Frank Black. Think of it like that. So the Ichiryoichi is the alias for Yamato Shoichi. February 2026 civil trial ends. The civil trial that began in 2022 was concluded, and Mr. Kurita has been ordered to pay 11 million in damages. So give me a second. I just want to make sure I get this number. So after everything was all said and done, he's paying $70,000 in damages. That's what just to pay. But I'm not saying any jail time, mind you. Yeah, exactly. No, not jail time, nothing. That's to pay a fine. Right, exactly. Oof. Mr. Kurita admitted to the crimes mentioned above, but was not arrested due to being a civil lawsuit, right? Because they said before that the time had passed to where it was too hard to get like an actual. Given the time that passed, it was too much time to actually get like a criminal case against him. So they had to do a civil case against him. But even still, the civil case is only 70,000, or something like this. Mr. Kurita admitted that the crimes mentioned above, but was not arrested due to a civil lawsuit. Even after the trial, Mr. Kurita and mind you, there's another editor. There's two other editors and an author, right? Even after the trial, Mr. Kurita and the school did not apologize to the. Okay, they did not apologize to the victim in court. Mr. Kurita said to the victim, I don't have any particular feelings. This guy over here. Given Mr. Man, I'm telling you, dude, if this happened in America, this guy would be fucking hunted down like a dog. A dog, bro. Given Mr. Kurita's behavior in court and the fact that several students had been sexually assaulted before the victim, there's a high possibility that Mr. Kurita will continue to commit similar crimes in the future. Kurita and the school have described the crime as a consensual relationship. Hold up, run this back. So she's in high school and she's forced to do what now? Like, let me, hold on. The fuck? Forcing the victim to put feces in their mouth or smearing feces on their face. That's consensual? When she's in high school? Man. We live in a fucked up world, people. It's that simple. We live in a fucked up world. Fiction is not going to offset that reality. That's fucking crazy. Okay. All right. The school, mind you. The school. Kurita, of course. That's what he'd say. The school that she went to. But legally, those under the age of 16 are not considered to have sufficient judgment to consent to sexual acts. And anyone who commits lewd acts or sexual intercourse with a person under the age of 16, regardless of whether they consent, is guilty of sexual intercourse without consent or indecent assault without consent. The court ruled that Mr. Kurita had used his position and authority as a teacher to violate the victim's rights of sexual self-determination and therefore could not be said to have had a consensual relationship with Mr. Kurita even after the victim turned 16. Okay, yeah, fine. That makes sense. Due to the revisions of the Criminal Code of July 2023, the crime of forced sexual intercourse will be renamed and revised to the crime of non-consensual. Wait. Hold on, wait. There was a change in the law in 2023 in the middle of the. Wait, hold on. But that wouldn't affect the ongoing case, would it? Or at least it shouldn't, because the case was still ongoing. But it was ongoing before that. Why would the change in the law of the criminal code? I mean, maybe it would then. Fuck me. Hold on. That's fucking disgusting. Wait a minute. Kurita and the school described the. Hold on. Okay. Due to the revision of the Criminal Code of July 2023, the crime of forced sexual intercourse will be renamed and revised to crime of non-consensual sexual intercourse. At the time of Kurita's crime and when the civil lawsuit began in 2022, the crime was still considered a crime of forced sexual intercourse. And it is highly likely that Kurita himself thought he could get away with it by making an excuse as mentioned above. Even in the trial after the law was revised, Kurita did not understand the law. Forced sexual intercourse, etc. At the age, if the age of consent is under 13, sexual intercourse will be considered without consent if it's caused by violence or intimidation. This paragraph is like fucking crazy on so many levels. I can't even like, oh shit, bro. Like y'all be no. Hold on. What the fuck? I mean, if there's an if there with that number, that stuff is crazy, just mind-boggling itself. One, two. How low is the number talking about here? What is Kurita even like? What the fuck? This nigga was low. Wait, Manga 1 knew this and they kept this motherfucker, bro? Non-consensual sexual intercourse, if the age of consent is under 16 and sexual intercourse occurs when the person is unable to form the will to not consent due to fear, confusion, or pressure, it is considered non-consensual. Without consent versus non-consensual, legally speaking, in this situation in Japan, are two different things. Without consent versus non-consensual. Non-consensual, I think, may imply more hostility, where it's insinuating that non-consensual is someone under more duress and it's forced. Whereas without consent could mean that someone could get consent, but at the time didn't get consent. Is that? Oh, I hate law in all countries. Full stop. I get why we need it. I understand it, but I hate it because of the jargon of words that allows for this slippery activity. It's ridiculous, dude. Okay, for more details, no. Even after a lengthy trial, Mr. Kurita and the school still show a very childish attitude, showing no intention of understanding the law or the crime. The brain is still developing between the ages of 15 and 18, as mentioned above. The prefrontal cortex, which performs higher order functions, is still immature during adolescence, ages 8 to 18. The reason why Mr. Kurita is targeted other students in the past using the same methods is probably because he believes that people who are not fully matured physically or intellectually are in a position of superiority, and that they're easier to hold on. What? Well, I'm really wrong. The reason why Mr. Kurita has targeted other students in the past using the same methods is probably because he believes that people who are not fully matured physically or intellectually are in a position of superiority. Makes no sense. Unless he himself believes that he is superior than them. That's I guess it should be the reverse. And that they're easy to control and manipulate. In the real world, there is no convenient scenario for crimes to target children. No shit. Misleading them with false education and then pretend that what they are experiencing is serious, equal, and consensual relationship. Any decent adult would understand this, yes. Those who laugh at the crime and the victim and try to cover it up are incredibly childish and refuse to understand it. Agreed. It is clear that Mr. Kurita chooses small children who adults can easily defend with their bare hands. Children who are not good at talking and are unable to put up a proper fight back. And children who he finds to be in an environment with little or no support, as he believes they'll be easy to manipulate. Yeah, so basically, Kurita has a thing for picking on the kids that are unable to intellectually process what's going on in real time. A. B, the fact that these people don't have a safe environment around them. C, using his authority and position over them as well to manipulate them into believing that what they're doing is okay. So it's all these different things that he's used, and then he gets off on that power trip. That'll be like D. That's part of the process too of him. Like, just there is the thing there where it's like, this gets to a very mature conversation that a lot of folks I don't think could handle, especially younger people who are like, when I say younger, I mean like people that are like in their 20s, like late or early 20s. But sometimes, actually, I would say a lot of times, when it comes to a lot of sexual crimes and deviancy, especially when it involves minors, a lot of it isn't necessarily based on a sexual attraction to minors. A lot of it's actually based on power. It's a power thing. And as you can see here, as we read through all this, there's a lot of like notations to power. Like he chooses small children who admits can easily defeat with their bare hands, children who are not good at talking and able to put up a proper fight back, children who he finds to be environment with little or no support. These things denotes to the level of power that he has over them, right? And people a lot of times get very excited about having so much power over somebody. That's the idea, right? But this is tough though. It's very tough. So a lot of times, so I don't know like what's like the percentage of this. I don't know if there is like a percentage that people have calculated per se, but keep in mind that sometimes like, okay, like they have an attraction to that like younger physique per se. It's more like a power thing they have over that person where there's no one else around them that can assist them because they have so much influence over this person or this kid. That's it's a pretty deep and fucked up level though. Excuse me, a little back at earlier. If Mr. Creature's partner had been an adult, strong, eloquent, able to fight back on his own volition, had backing and was able to communicate, was healthy in both physically and mentally, and had come to an understanding beforehand, and smeared excrement on each other, the court would likely have recognized it as equal exchange. It's clear how different it is when dealing with children. Okay. Oh, let me continue reading the tweets. I don't know how much more I want to deal with excrement, my boys. Okay. If we need to go back to it, let me know, okay? If we need to go back to this, let me know. I will make this like a marker right here, so let me know. All right, just let me know. Okay, we're not done yet. Okay. Currently, there is a scandal going viral about Shogakukan's one. Hold on, wait. Actually, time out. Do you guys want me to read it more of the trial or no? Can I just see a summary of okay, cool. No? Nah? That's we good? Okay. All right. Yeah. The trial stuff. Okay. Bro, this shit's fucking intense, man. Okay. Jules, I see you on Twitch. You don't have to, but I appreciate it though. YouTube right now is, this is the first time doing the news section, so they're not used to this kind of shit. It's like, what the fuck's going on right now, bro? So eventually they'll learn. Currently, there is a scandal going viral about Shogakukan's Manga 1 editorial hiring an author under a pen name who allegedly sexually assaulted a high school girl and committed very degrading acts like smearing feces all over her. Timeline. The sexual assaults happened in 2016 when the author, Shuichi Yamato, was a teacher and she was a first-year high school student. In 2020, the author was, I don't know how old that'd be. That'd probably like 14 or something like that. The sexual assaults happened in 2016, like earlier. In 2020, the author was first arrested and his own series, Danten Sakusen, suspended by Shogakukan. In 2022, however, he was hired under the pen name Ichiro Hajime to work as an author on Jojin Kamen together with artist Tsuruyoshi Eri. On February 20, 2026, a civil lawsuit ruling by Sapporo District Court ordered the author pay compensation to the victim who suffered from PTSD. On February 27, 2026, One Manga Editorial issued an apology that hiring the author again was a mistake. Okay. The manga Jojin Kamen is now getting canceled. The artist, I feel like that's kind of cap. Like, do they not do their research on the dude, or did they not care? Like, I feel like that's kind of cap to say that, okay, like they made a mistake when they were hiring this guy again. I feel like they should have done a thorough background check on the artist that they're gonna be, or the artist such author or editor that they're gonna have. That's what I feel, honestly. All right. The project's pretty bad. Okay, yeah. The manga Joujin Kamen is now getting canceled. The artist Tsuruyoshi Eddie issued a statement. She was completely unaware of the author's situation and past events. You knew beforehand and still hired him. That's what I'm saying, bro. One manga editorial apology. Let me see this apology. This is serious? Okay, let me see. Or is it here? Okay, no, I think this is it. Update about the one manga situation. Shogakukan issued a new statement. Yeah, thank you. Shogun issued a new statement today after a huge online outcry by various manga artists. Left, you can read the English version by Google Translate. Right is the original Japanese to compare and avoid any machine translation inaccuracies. Okay, here we go. About the appointment of the original. Actually, let me give you guys a flashbang real quick. Okay, yeah. Okay, here we go. Flashbang. About the appointment of original authors to Manga One. I keep on saying One Manga, that's an old website that died. The Manga One editorial department discontinued the series after Yamamoto Shoichi, the author of Operation Fallen Angel, was arrested and for some reason I blank on some names sometimes, or certain things sometimes. Summarily why can't I say the name? Fuck me. Was arrested and summarily indicted for violating the Child Prostitution and Pornography Prohibition Act production. For some reason, listen, it happens with NA reading with my dyslexia. Sometimes I see a name and I know the name, but I just can't say the name or I can't say the word. I don't know why. Sometimes it just happens. I see it. I'm like, wait, hold on. I know this shit. Fuck, I know this shit. Okay, either way, it happens. Maybe I'm burning out. It's true. That's possible. Either way. So, and was fine. Despite this, they used him under a different pen name, Ichiro Ichi, as the original author of a new series, Ordinary Mass. This should never have been done. Sexual assault, sexual exploitation, and other violations of human rights are never acceptable. Regarding Ordinary Mass, we have suspended distribution and shipment of the book due to serious flaws in the original author's hiring decision and verification system. This is a serious matter that calls into question our supervisory responsibility as a company, and we recognize that we lacked awareness of human rights and compliance. To ensure that this never happens again, we will set up an investigate committee, including lawyers, to quickly clarify the facts and causes, including how the situation began and the editor's involvement, including settlement negotiations. After that, we will report the results of the investigation, take strict disciplinary action, and After that, we will report the results of investigation, take strict disciplinary action, and formulate and implement measures to prevent reoccurrence. There we go. Regarding this incident, we should have first and foremost considered the feelings of the victims, and we sincerely apologize for not being considerate of their feelings. We would also like to offer our deepest apologies to Eri Tsuruyoshi, the illustrator of Ordinary Mask. That's the guy that does, not the author, but the guy that does the artwork. All the authors who wrote for our various publications and all the parties involved for betraying their trust and causing them great concern and inconvenience. We would also like to once again apologize to all of you who have been loyal readers of Shogakukan's works up until now. Shogakukan. Okay. I did it. Holy fuck. You said it was bad, but the problem is I don't know what else they could do. Like, if you're a company and you oversee so many different artists, illustrators, editors, they're taking measures so they can. Oh, there's way more. Okay, hold on. because I'm about to say, like, right now it's not horrible. There's only so much that they can do at this point in time. They just try and do a better job in the future to make sure that this guy never gets a chance to, and people like him never get a chance to see the light of the industry again. That's all they really do at this point in time. But you're seeing that there's more. So let me read that more. Holy shit, I'm actually burning out right now? Fuck me, dude. Okay, let me see here. I need to fucking play some Rivals. Fuck, this is intense. One Punch Man and Mob Psycho Author 1 has released a statement following the child sexual abuse scandal involving Danton Sakusen, mangaka Shuichi Yamamoto. I will not team up with people who cannot clearly take a strong stance condemning sexual abuse of minors. That should be obvious. I will wait for the parties involved to disclose details. To disclose the details. As for Shogakukan, if they take such action, I would like to support it. One Punch Man illustrator Yusuke Murata has also retweeted One's post. That's good. That's good, y'all. I feel fucking itchy. Jesus Christ, man. Reading all this shit is making me fucking feel itchy as hell. God damn. Let me lock in. But okay, that's good. That's very good. So let me see here. This is a serious matter that calls to question our supervisory responsibilities as a company. We recognize that. Yeah, so they know sexual assault, sexual exploitation, and other violations of human rights is never acceptable. Regarding to ensure this never happens again, we will set up an investigation committee, including lawyers, and quickly clarify the facts. Okay, that's really good. That's a really good statement by Murata. By One. Very good. Manga 1. I can't team up with people who cannot clearly state the strong condemnation of sexual harm against minors. That's a given, right? Waiting for the disclosure of circumstances by the relevant parties. I also want Shogakukan to support them if they take action. If they take that action, good, very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. I like this a lot. This is actually very good. And then Shogakukan and the Manga One Editorial Department have revealed that Tatsuya Matsuki, the arrested and convicted writer of Act Age, has been working on what the fuck really has been working for their series Seo no Shinrishi under the pen name of Miki Yatsunami. Dude, what the fuck is happening, bro? Jesus Christ, man. Just come on. How are they sliding back in? Do you not have like a photo ID or something? Like, oh wait, nah, you're him, bro. What the fuck? You ain't here. Damn. The editorial department the editorial department has requested Matsuki to reveal this information as an act of transparency in light of the recent events surrounding the department. Wait, so they been knew that he was the case? The editorial department been knew this? Okay, well. Look, I understand that they don't see it the same way in Japan as they do it abroad, but that's pretty intense. The editorial department has requested that Matsuki to reveal this information as an act of transparency in light of the recent events surrounding the department of the Yamamoto Shuichi case. For more information regarding the situation, please refer to that. Shogakukan claims the one manga department confirmed Matsuki's sentence has been finalized before starting working with him. Plus, his remorse for the incident and efforts in preventing any plus his remorse for the incident and efforts in preventing any reoccurrences. There we go. Matsuki also claims to have been attending psychological rehabilitation. In their early discussion, Matsuki expresses his desire to keep on writing, but not wanting to invoke memories of the incident to the victims, leading to the decision of using a pen name. The psychologist in charge of his case has also determined rehabilitation was sufficient. Matsuki and the department met with illustrator Kaoru Yakihira to explain the details of the situation before they accepted the request of drawing this series. Yukihara, aware of the situation, accepted the proposal. They also want to keep drawing the series after this. You see, this wouldn't fly in America. This wouldn't fly abroad. The moment you are associated with things like this and you're guilty of the crimes and so on and so forth, you're pretty much cooked. At that point in time, you're done. In Japan, at least you can see here in the situation with the author of Act Age, former author of Act Age, it's not viewed the same way. At least it's not viewed with the same severity. Because they're back. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you don't normally see that kind of thing. Well, I guess to be fair, yeah, I guess with the Epstein files, I guess you can argue that is. You know what? Actually, to be fucking frank with you, that is kind of crazy. I somehow I forgot about the Epstein files and the amount of names that are on the Epstein files and the associations with a lot of these crimes. Now, mind you, they haven't gone to court for all these things and not found guilty, but the backlash isn't enough, apparently, which is crazy, for folks to like step down from certain positions of power or heads of company, or they're still doing what they're doing. So Shogakukan staff reached out to the Act Age mangaka. They knew he was desperate to come back, and so they took advantage of that by hiring him for cheap and putting him under a pen name and hiding his identity. That's like having Jared from Subway be a part of Subway by helping create new inspired sandwiches, but he has an alias. Yeah, it's tough. That's fucking brutal, man. God, because that's not happening. That's not happening over here. But here we are. And they hired from cheap, but just how with the whole Johnny Somali thing and how if you're in a different country, you have to follow the different rules and have different cultures, same thing applies here. Because this... And I guess the psychologist did say that he was sufficiently rehabilitated. Matsuki and the department meet with the illustrator Kaoru Yakihiro to explain the detailed situation before accepting the request of drawing this series. Yakihira, aware of the situation, accepted the proposal. They also want to keep drawing the series after this. Despite having done all this in consideration with the victims, they feel the need to they feel the need and obligation of making the situation public and public and reconsidering whether this approach is truly to be considerable. They'll reiterate their apologies for all parties involved. Shogakukan and Manga One compromised to fully cooperate with third-party investigations and determine with experts if the decisions were appropriate. Sesui no Shinrishi will be suspended until this investigation and assessment is over. A series that he's a part of. From our personal position as an informative account, we stand with the victims of all cases and hope for resolutions that truly consider their feelings. We apologize if any of the wording used is inadequate, as we will try to keep informing with the utmost care possible. Holy shit. Is that it or is there more? Fuck, dude. Okay, that's it. Oh, man. That was, yeah, what a story. What a really twisted story that's going on, or that did go on in the industry. The Act Age situation is really, really concerning. But at least Shogakukan and Manga One are trying to make some degree of measurements and changes, so someone like the Ordinary Man, or someone like the what's his name, Yamamoto Shoichi, someone like him doesn't sneak through the grapevines under a pen name Ichiro Ichi and starts doing another series. You know, that's. And thank God that you have other mangaka. Shoutouts to One. Shoutouts to One, bro. Firm stance. Like, yo, get this shit out of my fucking face here, man. Ain't nobody work with you guys anymore, bro. Manga One, clean your shit up now. Like, thank God. Thank fucking God, dude. Thank God. But we'll see, because it's very important, okay? If Manga One doesn't make the meaningful changes that they say they're going to, then we have to hold them accountable, or people in the industry. I can't say they. I'm not fucking there, obviously, but people in the industry have to hold them accountable, right? And it won't be, I think, the other companies, of course, but it's gonna be people like Murata. It's gonna be people like One, right? Other people, other authors, are gonna have to hold them accountable and say, no, you guys said that you're gonna make some changes, meaningful changes, right? All right, let's see them. Let's see these changes, because this shit cannot happen. This shit cannot happen. Full stop. And you could argue that the attempt to talk about the writer of Act Age, who was arrested and convicted for his acts, them revealing that is them trying to put, you know, their show of good faith. Like, here, we actually have the Act Age guy writer working for us in another series, but they explain how he's gone through rehabilitation, all these things. You know, he's already served the time, and so on and so forth. Which, again, in America, this it don't matter. Like, you did this crime. Like, there are certain crimes where it's like, nah, never happen again, bro. Sorry, you're not working here. End of story. But if in Japan they're content with that, but we'll see, because they're gonna suspend that other series until they do another round of what do you call them? investigations and assessments. So yeah, Japan, like that, Japan is just different. Like that's the thing. It's like, it's in many ways it's like great. In other ways it's like, yo, hold up, chill, right? So same thing with the whole Korean thing, John Somali. Like, if you're in their country, they have different rules, they have different ways of going about things, right? Like, this person at the age will not be working. He should not be working in the industry anymore. But he's apparently, what did Drew say? Like, he's cheap. Okay, fine. But the rehabilitation is one thing, but they did hide his identity. That's a big issue because that's avoiding responsibility. Well, they say why they did it though, right? Like, they did it because they didn't want to put stress or duress on folks, on the victims, right? Whether or not you believe that or not, it's up to you. I personally don't think that's like the case here, because I think that he probably was. I think Act Age was relatively popular when it was out, and the writer is known to be a very skilled writer, as far as I understand it. And because he's a skilled writer who is essentially hired for cheap, it's like, well, I mean, yeah, he did some fucked up things, but he's cheap. He's cheap. And he's desperate to come back into the industry. So they take advantage of that, obviously. But because of this current scandal, they don't want another scandal coming out. And so they'll just air out the dirty laundry themselves. That's what they're doing. They're airing out the dirty laundry themselves, saying, hey, by the way, this guy's looking for us right now, okay? And we'll spend the story for the time being as we go through another round of assessments and investigations. But they have a skilled author for cheap. They're going to want to keep that, right? They're going to want to keep that. So he's cheap, it's crazy work. But if Jules is correct about what he said before, then they're going to try and keep this guy, because at the end of the day, if people in Japan, this is very important here, okay? This is very, very important here, okay? If people in Japan can stomach him working on a series that they enjoy, then the bottom line matters more. That's fucked up to say, but that's just the truth. If people can stomach this dude working for that series and they still enjoy the series and they're still paying dollars for the series, then that's the bottom line. It don't matter if you're Japanese, American, so on. The bottom line is the bottom line. In America, we can't stomach that shit, obviously. But in Japan, maybe they can. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Ugh. Okay. Christ, that's heavy. That's heavy. Unless they fire editor-in-chief and the editors in charge of Pedo series, there isn't a real commitment to change here. I mean, again, the only thing that they say here is that they suspended the Sosui no Shinrishi, and they'll be suspending that series until they do another round of investigations and assessments for the Act Age thing. The main thing for us is that they decided to take the author of the other series. They canceled that whole story, and then this guy is just booted entirely. And they're gonna try and, but again, this is very important here, okay? This is very important. This things that, because we're not in the industry, we're not in the back rooms with the editors and the directors and the authors and the illustrators. We're not there, and the writers. We're not there. So the people in the industry have to be more cognizant and hold them more accountable for doing things like that. And only they can really hold Manga 1 to that standard, right? So that's why it's very important for guys like One, big industry cats, One, or any other authors came out of curiosity? Like, who else came out? And criticized Manga 1. Evil author, perfect. Free mangaka, perfect. Good. Like, we need, there can't be any silence on their part in a matter like this. The problem, though, keep on this fact too, okay? The problem, though, is that Japan tends to have a culture of not sticking out, right? Not putting your chest out there. A lot of times, it's like kind of keep your head down and endure. Even in the industry that is manga creation, it's still applicable. It's applicable in all industries in Japan. Probably got general culture. So it's very nice to see Frieren, author, the same thing for Ippo, One Punch Man, of course. Inuyasha manga, same thing there too. That is a good sign, for sure. Absolutely. That I do like, for sure, without question, all right? Even so, God, perfect. Like, see, that's what you need. Manga 1 is going to change under the pressure of people like this, right? Lead writers, well-known illustrators, that's going to change. And people like this won't be able to get work in the, okay, whoa. Okay. I'm going to say this. Yamamoto Shoichi will probably not work in the industry for a while. I can't say permanently because, again, Japan is different. Japan runs on different fuel, okay? I can't say permanently, all right? Jared from Subway, he's permanently cooked. End of story. That's it. Wrapped up, pack it up, end of story. He's gone. But for Yamamoto Shuichi, I can't say that, right? Like, I can't say he's permanently, like, out of the industry. If the author of Act Age can come back, and then like, you can see, like, there's a process to it where, yeah, given the situation, what was it now? He claims that they confirmed that his sentence has been finalized, so he served his time. The sentence is finalized. He is extremely remorseful. He has also been attending psychological rehabilitation. And then the psychiatrist confirmed that he is, he's been rehabilitated enough. Shit like that, right? So it's, Japan has a reintegration process to where if someone does do crimes, even this nature, they can be reintegrated into the scene. But it's going to take time, obviously, clearly, all right? And again, like, I think the younger me be like, yo, fuck this guy, kill him, put him on a spike. But again, and the more I travel, the more the world I see, the more you realize how different the world is in so many respects, right? Like, things that you thought were impossible are very, very possible, right? Are very, very, very possible, very likely. It's fucked up, but that's the way it is, right? You have to adjust and adapt. And hold on, I swear to God, you better not fall off. Do not fucking fall off, bro. Do not fall off. Don't fuck with me, man. For me, bro. Watsuki celebrated every year. Watsuki is a complicated case because Watsuki is still world renowned. Well, at least he's Japanese renowned. Still very, very famous. Obviously, for Rurouni Kenshin, one of the best stories. It is what it is there. In America, that's like, again, like a no mas. But you will see how people, I don't want to say they're too big to fail, but they can fail, they can have issues, and if they're very remorseful, if they don't do it again, if they go and serve their time and do the crime, if they do the crime, serve their time, they're very remorseful, they go through, what is it again? They go through psychological rehabilitation, shit like that, then they'll come back to the industry.